The government is here to control.
Absolutely.
That is their game. That is everything that they care about. So, the idea that they wouldn't do that through airplanes and technology is like mind-blowing. But it takes an FBI agent to, add a little bit of truth to what citizenry may already know.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you knew about this. Speaking of that, there was Operation Meatball, and they were trying to get huge pancakes to grow all over the world and spaghetti and meatball to fall down. And that went haywire because the size of the food was so big that it was actually breaking houses. So you'd have an enchilada falling on a 2-story house in the middle of the suburbs, and that got real out of control.
He just threw that in there to make sure you guys are still paying attention. Okay? If you think Operation Meatball was a real thing, I need you to shut this one down, and I need you to go outside and touch some grass. Okay? Drink a cup of fluoride water and come on back.
Look it up, dude.
Join us again.
Documentary, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Don't listen
Look
to
it
him.
up.
Don't listen to him.
It is a doc.
Mm-mm.
We've all seen it. There's even a second one. It's not as good, but it holds up.
Do not do that. Don't take that. Okay. Those are all great possibilities.
Yes.
Another possibility of these chemtrails is mind control. Right? Some people believe that this is a way for the government to rid us of any type of pushback, make us compliant. All right, some theorists have pointed to the alleged confirmation by NASA that the government is spraying lithium in the air.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, lithium is a sedative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes you super chill.
Super chill.
Nah.
Great Nirvana song. Super chill song.
Super chill
Yeah.
song.
Also, shout out, speaking of, Lana Del Rey has a song called Chemtrails Over the Country Club. Real chill song.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it.
100%.
Yeah. The dispersal of lithium could be used to alter our brains, possibly creating a passive population too numb by drugs.
Yeah.
And I think it's too numb by drugs to push back, too numb by drugs to question, too numb by drugs to disrespect authority. Any of those things. When you think mind control, I think people often go straight to do whatever you say, or, like a sleeper cell. You hear a certain phrase or a certain word, you just snap to it, but mind control can literally be anything.
Yeah.
And the most effective one is when you have a huge population that does exactly what you want to do and never pushes back.
100%. 100%.
It is sick. It is sick to think that our government would do that. But imagine that weaponized and used on another country that we're at war with.
Okay, so I take Prozac.
Uh-huh.
It helps me balance out.
Yeah.
It helps me not be sad.
Yeah.
Imagine if you just sprinkled Prozac in the air. You know what I mean?
Everybody's just chill.
Everybody's just chill.
Goes
Imagine
with the
like
flow.
if you sprinkle, like I remember like David Crosby and a couple of other people were like, we need to release, LSD into the air vents in Congress, so that they can all trip out and find peace and love. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I love the thought behind that.
Yeah.
But what if you did release LSD into the air? Skin contact, all of a sudden you're out of your mind. Like
Okay.
you will lose your mind.
Well, you may mention that Prince was on a Tavis Smiley interview. And he was talking about the one time he heard Dick Gregory speaking. And Dick Gregory spoke about chemtrails and inspired Prince to write a song called Dreamer. And in the song, he talks about sharing a childhood memory of seeing trails in the sky and then noticing everyone in his neighborhood started just arguing and fighting with each other. So could the government be spraying some kind of chemical that made folks more aggressive? And what would that goal be? Like, what would be the need for that? What would be the cause for it? What would be the reason for it? Is it to keep folks distracted? Is it to make an excuse to send the military to certain neighborhoods? Is it to, I don't know, come up with something that they could drop on our enemies? If you got the enemy's population fighting within each other, that's less work for you to do.
Dude.
If you drop that over a military base, and now all the military personnel are shooting at each other, deploying grenades within their own space, all you got to do is come through and just make sure everybody's dead.
Yeah.
You send 18 Marines over there and they just doing double shots, double taps, pop, 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 for anybody that moves.
Yeah, 100%. So after leaving St. Louis, went to Chicago, lived there for a very long time, love that city, love it very much. Crime went up whenever it became summertime.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so hot in the streets.
Mhm.
Nobody has enough water. Nobody has enough
Food,
shelter, food.
AC.
It's crazy. So if you think about chemtrails, and I forgot to touch on this, but like you can also use chemtrails to reflect the sun. You can either block it out or you can put certain chemicals in there that are going to reflect the sun, make everything hotter, make everything warmer. So you want to talk about another way to do mind control? Let's say you have Chicago and everybody is like, we need more police force. We need the police to get more money. We've already done everything we could with crack. We've already done everything that we can with the hippie movement and turning that actually into something bad instead of good. AIDS, now we have a cure for that, so we can't use AIDS anymore. So what are we going to do? Let's just make people violent as
Yeah.
And so we're just going to have chemtrails that reflect the sun, making it hotter, making everybody lose their mind. And then we have police that can go in and handle all of that, which means we're there for your safety, but actually we're the cause of this violence.
Yeah.
It's so sinister, but it's also not a wild thing to think.
It also like.
Oh, that was the mic I just dropped. What's up?
Oh,
Okay.
there. So after hearing that, you have to wonder, could the government actually be spraying some chemical in the air to make us more aggressive toward one another? Is that plausible? Is that a possibility? Is this something they would do? What would be the use of it? Why would they do that? So many questions pop into my head from this, you know?
But the answer to all of them is yes. Okay.
And bold letters, capitalized with an exclamation mark after each one of them.
100%.
100%. That is a very plausible reason for what they're doing, right?